Hey guys, and welcome to the next part of the most impressive single game goalie performances in hockey history. If you missed the first part of this video, make sure to check out the link in the description to check that video out. But today we have 5 more goalies to look at. We'll start off with one of those debuts back in 2003. Number 1. Getting jiggy with it. The Anaheim Mighty Ducks were poised for a deep playoff run during the 2003 season, which ultimately saw them come up short in the finals to the New Jersey Devils in a Game 7. However, what was more impressive during this run was the emergence of J.S. Giguère. While Jiggy didn't have spectacular numbers during the regular season, 34, 22, and 6 with a .920 save percentage and a 2.7 goals against average, he would perform beyond these stats starting right from the get-go against the Detroit Red Wings in Game 1. While Brendan Shanahan would get the game's first goal only 4 minutes in, Giguère would shut down the Red Wings for the rest of regulation and 3 extra overtime periods. He stopped 63 of 64 shots to win Game 1 2-1. Oh, and did I mention that this was his playoff debut? Jiggy would finish this playoff run with a 15-6 record, a .945 save percentage, and a 1.62 goals against average with 5 shutouts. That would earn him the Conn Smythe Trophy for playoff MVP, even though the Ducks didn't capture the Stanley Cup. Number 2, Bobby Lou. Let's skip ahead 4 years later to another playoff debuting goalie, Roberto Luongo for the Vancouver Canucks. The Canucks during this time weren't a crazy goal-scoring team, ranking 22nd in the NHL for goals for, but they did rank for 5th for goals against, thanks in part to the play of Roberto Luongo. They finished in first in their division that year and would be going up against the Dallas Stars in round 1. And like Giguère's debut, Luongo followed suit. Now he did let in 4 goals during this crazy back and forth game that would eventually be finished in a 4th overtime, but Bobby Lou stopped 72 of 76 shots before Henrik Sedin would end this crazy Game 1 with a final score of 5-4. The Canucks would lose the following series against the Ducks, but Luongo did his best to keep the Canucks in these games. He played 12 games in 2 series that included 11 overtime periods. Number 3, the Easter Epic. Now we move on to the Easter Epic, a Game 7 between the Washington Capitals and New York Islanders during the 1987 Patrick Division semifinals. This game is known as the Easter Epic because although the game started on Saturday evening, the game would not finish until the early hours of Easter Sunday morning. This is also the longest Game 7 in NHL history, lasting 4 overtime periods. Kelly Hrudey of the New York Islanders would stop 73 of 75 shots for the 3-2 victory after Pat LaFontaine would blast a slap shot past screen goalie Bob Mason to win the series. Number 4, oh those Oilers. So you remember those early 2010s Oilers teams? Yeah, they were pretty bad, even still with all those top draft picks. While the 2013-14 season was a bit of a drag for the Oilers, even though that season would land them Leon Draisaitl in the upcoming draft, there was one bright spot that took place on January 29th against the San Jose Sharks. Ben Scrivens put on a clinic in the Oilers net as he would get his first shutout in an Oilers uniform, stopping all 59 shots that the Sharks sent his way. This would stand as an NHL record for the most saves in a regular season shutout in the expansion era. And number 5, Tug Nutt Tough. And speaking of terrible hockey teams, we are going to end this video off with another terrible hockey team during their era, the 1990-91 Quebec Nordiques. As the season was winding down for the Nordiques, a certain game on their schedule saw them match up with the best team in the NHL, the Boston Bruins. Coming into this game, Boston had a record of 40, 23, and 11. Quebec was 14, 48, and 12. So yes, this was a David versus Goliath type of matchup that was definitely not in the Nordiques' favor. However, their goalie Ron Tug Nutt had something to say about that. Although the Nordiques would lose this game in overtime to the Bruins, Tug Nutt would make 70 of 73 saves against the best team in the NHL while playing for the worst. And as many described watching this game, many of Tug Nutt's saves were deemed of the incredible variety to keep the Nordiques in the game. And that'll do it for another batch of the most impressive single game goalie performances in hockey history. Did I leave a game out? Post it in the comment section down below, and maybe it'll be featured in a 3rd installment of this series. Once again, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like and hit that notification button to get notified when a new video drops, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bojo, outro.